Next, we got the Hells Angels versus Venezuela gangs.
Ooh.
We got the American bikie gangs versus
gangs.
Gang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So I guess this is when they took over that complex over there in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
From what they're saying.
Yeah.
I did a little research into it. It seems like there's just a lot of missing, a lot of ambiguity going on. Mm-hmm. Certain people are saying one thing, other people are saying another thing. Some people are too scared to talk, so we really don't know what's going on. So let's see what's going on over here. I seen something on TikTok like, oh yeah, bikers are gearing up to.
Yeah, I keep seeing that all over IG too.
All right, so let's see what he's talking about. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. You ready?
Yeah.
You guys heard about what's going on in Aurora, Colorado?
I mean, they're taking over the city. They're taking over apartment complexes. And this is happening all over, just not Colorado. But the Colorado thing caught the imagination because there were many of them. With the biggest weapons that you've ever seen.
So this is a gang from Venezuela called Tren de Agua. And what happened in Venezuela is the government let a bunch of these dudes out of prison and sent them to go cross the border, to come over here. Thanks, Venezuela. And now they're taking over whole apartment complexes out there in Aurora, Colorado. And they're doing a lot of damage in New York. And El Paso, Texas is on high alert right now because of how much damage they're doing out there. But America already has its own organizations and criminal elements, and none of them are taking too kindly to any of this. One in specifically who's been rumored to be stepping up, and we're going to talk about that right now, is the Hells Angels. So the Hells Angels are one of the first and one of the most powerful biker MCs on the entire planet. And if they're coming for you, it's already guaranteed that you need to stop, drop, roll, dig a little hole, crawl inside it, and probably die before they get their hands on you.
You know what? I will definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Finally, somebody that can match my energy. Jesus.
I was going to say, I like this guy.
Right? Now, I agree with you on that one point. Mm-hmm. I don't feel, though, the Hells Angels being who they are, that they're going to mess up anything they have going for them. This going on over there in Colorado and wherever, that just takes legal eyes off of them.
Yeah.
It allows them to move easier and freely. Nobody's really worried about them.
True.
Remember, the Hells Angels ain't a bunch of dads that just bought a bunch of bikes.
No.
And just want to go biking.
Wild hogs.
Yeah, they the real deal. They ain't the wild hogs, man. They get busy. So I don't see why they would take any time to deal with this situation if it's not affecting their pockets. If it's affecting their pockets, that's the only way it will.
Yeah.
That's the only way I see them doing anything. I don't see an organization like that getting involved unless it gets too close to, you know what I mean?
Too close to home.
If they mess with it, if they're messing with a place that, is off limits, then yes, they'll step in. I definitely believe that. As long as, but they are not going to just do it to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some gentlemen on there. Yes, but I mean, they some ruthless men. You know what I mean? They don't mess around. When they come, they're not coming to mess around. So,
nope.
All right, let's get it back. But that's all. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I get it.
I've worked with some of these dudes, and they were great to do business with because they acted very professionally, but they are definitely no joke, and you do not want to piss these dudes off. And the internet is exploding with rumors right now that the Hells Angels are on their way to Aurora, Colorado to deal with Tren de Agua. So let's get into this and see what we can figure out, if there's any truth to that or if there's not, and what we think is going to happen when they face off with these Venezuelans.
Right now, Aurora police officers, they're patrolling areas of suspected gang activity, and that includes this apartment building. This is the one at Dallas Street and 12th Avenue, where Venezuelan gang members have been caught on camera with guns breaking into units.
Wait. I thought none of this was actually happening, and everybody who was saying anything about what was going on is a racist. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. We caught it on video. It went national news, and now Trump and Kamala Harris are both talking about this, and it's just been established as a fact fact, and even the governor is talking about it. Funny how that works, huh?
Now, so much of this has been the focus of national attention this week. We have been reporting on this at the local level for weeks, but police now say they're there as well, engaging with residents.
Thank God. Nobody's going to have to shoot their own dog because now the cops are there to do it for them. But to be completely fair, I'm pretty sure that the cops have known that this was a real life thing for at least a couple of weeks because they had a shootout with them. And it was established that the higher ups in this organization have put a green light for them to attack any cops who tried to stop or pursue them while they were committing crimes.
Oh, damn, for real? I didn't hear about that. Wow. Okay.
Wild stuff.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. These type of organizations are like that. They're very ruthless.
Yeah.
They're very ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Especially where they come from. It's like the Wild Wild West out there. Mm-hmm. They do that all the time. That's nothing new. Mm-hmm. But this is different. This is the States. We can't be having that over here, man.
Nope.
Man. We can't be having that over here, man.
Aurora leaders say the city, it's a safe place to live, to work, to shop.
Hey, Jax, they said it's completely safe to live in Aurora. Should we go buy a house there? Yeah, this doesn't look super safe to me either.
The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edge Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month.
So I think at this point we've clearly established that if you are an American, if you are a law-abiding citizen, if you're even an American criminal, these dudes have now become the ops. So let's talk about the unsung heroes of this situation who are stepping in and are going to be doing something about this. The Hells Angels. And the internet has been flooded with rumors at this point that this is going to happen, but I have actually gotten in touch with someone who is an actual Hells Angel in the state of Colorado, and I'm going to tell you what they said. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that if the Hells Angels want to move on these dudes in Colorado, they do not have to flood in from other states. Colorado already has multiple chapters of the Hells Angels that are there, they're ready, and they're equipped to handle business if that's what they want to do. Now, could they call in backup? Absolutely, 100%. But each chapter would have to vote on that because that's the way that they work. They have autonomy. It's not all just run by one centralized government in their organization. What my contact on the inside in Colorado has told me is that they have plans to roll up. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's a direct quote. And of course, that's an intentionally vague statement, which I would expect nothing less, because what you have to understand about these organizations is they're under constant surveillance, and they're always under the threat of RICO Act, which would not only affect them, but affect their brotherhood worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, there's just no way. It just don't make no sense for them to do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, as long as it's not affecting their economy, why would they bother? Why would they, you know what I mean? Or anybody that, you know, pays for protection, why would they bother? Like I said, their economy, just any which way. You know, I don't even want to implicate, you know, allegedly, all of that stuff. I don't want to do all of that. But my point is, we all know who the Hells Angels are. Come on. We're Americans. We know this.
Yes. And if not, you've been sleeping.
It's like peanut butter and jelly. We all know who the Hells Angels are. Come on.
Yeah.
But what does that actually mean? All I can say on that is, if you know, you know. And a big shout out, love, and respect to all the homies out there in Colorado. I'm not going to get too deep into their politics. It's not really my business. I am not a member of their organization. But what I will say is that there is the potential for this to go higher and higher and escalate if these ops want to escalate the situation with them. In fact, other chapters from around the country have already issued a public warning to this Venezuelan gang if they don't stop, cease, and desist, like, immediately.
Let this be a lesson to the gang members in Aurora, Colorado. Please heed my warning. I did 10 years in the joint in the state of Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, the people that are coming, known as the Hells Angels, are not to be fucked with. You are getting ready to have a large swarm of men who are like-minded, brotherhood-driven, and will not govern themselves by the laws in which that you think that they will. You are getting ready to have wars that you have never experienced in your life. And people that live on a certain side of the law may be perceived as whatever, but I promise you this, we know that you're taking advantage of defenseless people. You will be the ones calling the law, because you do not want men like me and the people that we associate with to descend upon you. Because we will not care about evidence. We will not care about any of that shit. There will be guns, there will be knives, and there will be no more time for questions.
You know what's crazy? If they actually did come to clean it up and do anything, the Hells Angels be looked at the bad guys. They'll probably be the ones that get the years and everything else, and these gang members that are coming across the border get let out. How much you want to make a bet? If they got to do the cops' job for them.
Yeah.
You know? Like I said, I don't see it happening. I don't. Even with this, I do not see it happening.
Please leave before you force the hand of a power that you do not know the extent of how far it reaches. If you try to meet them with any type of resistance, you will die. You will die in the street. They are gonna fuck you up.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I got that message loud and clear. I was absolutely picking up what he was putting down. I think he spelled that out absolutely perfectly. And if these dudes don't listen, I promise you, these are those ones, man. And then we need to talk about the possibilities beyond that. Because if they have any problem taking them out, the Hells Angels, there are other organizations that will step in and band with the Hells Angels. I know a lot of these people are outside of the law. That's what outlaws are. People that live outside of the law. And a lot of them have their own inner squabbles. When it comes down to it, we are all Americans. And we do not want to see innocent people within our communities taken advantage of and done dirty the way that these people from the outside are. There are bitter rivalries between certain MCs. I'm not going to get into which ones. That's not my business because I am not a patched member of any of these MCs. But I can tell you that there is a high likelihood that they would set that aside to be able to take care of the business that needs to be handled out in Colorado, in New York, in Santa Fe, all across this country if need be. And these dudes would step in and handle what needs to be handled in the way that the police are not allowed to do. If things keep going in the direction that they've been going, there is a very high likelihood that we would have a war between American outlaws and the intruders who have managed to infiltrate our country with bad intentions.
I already know somebody's going to call Cap and say that any outlaw biker is just a scumbag or a criminal, so I want to show you this and let you know.
Biker build off. Here we go. Down here building bikes at the clubhouse for the toy run.
Yeah,
A lot more bikes to build. Feel free to come on down tonight and build some bikes. Greatly appreciated. Getting excited. See these kids' faces and give them their bikes.
Some of these chapters are out here in real life doing more for their community than a lot of these churches out here on these streets. They just live a different type of lifestyle. They're big on their freedoms and they have more flexible views on the laws. Now, in past videos where I've talked about the security risks and having our borders wide open, I've had quite a few people try to call me a racist. Fuck you, buddy. What race is people that are illegally migrating over here with bad intentions? It sounds to me like you got some race pigeonholed on that. I'm talking about literally everybody. Anybody who comes over here trying to perpetrate against our communities. I don't care if they're white, I don't care if they're black, I don't care if they're purple or green. If you are a scumbag coming over here to break the law and victimize our community, you are a piece of shit. Let's talk about how we got here for a second. Let me ask you guys a question. Try not to be smooth-brained about this when you ponder this, but do you lock your fucking door at your house? Do you lock your door at your car when you leave your car? Do you understand why you do that? Why are locked doors important? Do you think that it's not important to lock the doors on our nation when we have so many enemies all around the world? And now we have military.
Wow, he's spitting some facts there.
Yeah.
He's spitting some facts there. I'm not going to lie. The way you broke that down, man, I don't see how I could argue with that. I don't see how I can argue with that.
Age men flooding through the border 24/7, and you think that that's just cool, man? You think that that's cool, and you want to buy this party line saying that people who are against this are somehow inherently against other races? America is a beautiful melting pot, and there's a process to come over here legally, become a part of our society, and integrate into that society in a productive way. And if you've come here to live outside of that, and you've come here to victimize people that are American American citizens, I've got some news for you, bud. This is America, and we are going to fight back. And if our own government isn't willing to do what it takes to keep the American citizens safe and have our backs, but the Hells Angels are, I think I know exactly whose side I'm on. What about you guys? What do you guys think about all this? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for riding out with us tonight. And until the next one, be good or be good at it, baby. One love.
I ain't gonna lie. I like dude, man. I like dude. What's his name? What's his name? Go check this guy out. JD Delay. All right. Hey, I like the dude. I like his energy. I like his energy. Can't get us both in the room. We'll drive you crazy, man.
Man.
Hey, so like I said, I personally don't believe that they're gonna go do all of that unless it's, like I said, unless it affects their economy or something like that. We just know we don't have to say too much about the Hells Angels to know that they got their own thing going on. They got their own thing going on, and I do know that I've seen some footage on a lot of these guys that are in these houses. They're victimizing the other Venezuelan migrants. They talk to all other people. It's the Venezuelan migrants that didn't say anything. When this guy was doing an interview, and check it out because it's gonna probably be on the other side of this video. We're gonna drop it today. When he did the interview, he was questioning the migrants. The migrants didn't want to speak.
Of course,
it was the migrants that didn't want to speak. They were being victimized by the gang members or so-called gang members. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But everybody else, like there was a black dude that lived there that said, man, they don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't got no problems with them. They don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? They don't mess with me. Like they've never done nothing to me. It's just that, there's a couple of, people getting terrorized by their own. He's like, they ain't terrorizing me. And I guess in that neighborhood, it's been bad for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this isn't going on because obviously something's going on there. You got a bunch of, armed Venezuelans. So, it seems like there's, a couple of bad apples in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rotten. Seems like there are a couple of bad apples. Now, what do you think about it?
It's just wild. I feel bad for the people that have to go through this.
Either way, it's a bad situation.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that's one of the areas that my family was going to move to at one point. Wow.
From what I heard, it's a hole. This place is a shithole. That's why they had to get everything up to code because this guy was allegedly a slumlord. And that's why they had to get rid of people. So I don't know what the truth is. I'm going by what
others are saying.
Yeah, what people are saying. These are things that are being tossed out there. I don't know. I don't live there. And I'm not going to believe either side because I don't see it with my own eyes. The only thing I see is what I'm seeing on internet and social medias and piecing together what I can, man. I could come to my own assumptions when I see it with my own eyes. I don't know what's going on out there, but it sounds like it. Shithole.
Yeah.
Would you not say that?
I would definitely say that.
Sounds like a place I don't want to live.
Oh, I definitely.
Want a vacation there?
Mark that off the list.
That being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button.